Hey Commanders fans, get ready, because today we have exclusive news about our team, and you can't miss a single detail. So take advantage and subscribe to the channel, activate the bell to receive everything firsthand, and, of course, leave a like to strengthen our support and show that there are only true fans here. Our commitment is to always bring you the latest updates, news, and everything that goes on behind the scenes at Commanders. So, without further ado, let's check out today's news. The Washington Commanders are undergoing a true transformation, and that cultural change has a first and last name: Jaden Daniels. Under coach Dan Quinn, the team has not only improved its performance on the field, but is building a new winning identity. And the main catalyst for this change is precisely the quarterback selected second overall in the draft. Last season, the Commanders staged one of the greatest turnarounds in recent NFL history. After a modest campaign the previous year, the team made an impressive 9-game winning streak, securing a spot in the NFC Championship for the first time in 30 years. A historic feat, and much of that is due to Daniels' talent and attitude. During an interview with The Rich Eisen Show, Coach Dan Quinn was full of praise for his number 5. Jaden is extraordinary. He had a fantastic year, but I wish more people saw the work he does away from the cameras. The dedication in training, the preparation behind the scenes. It's just impressive. I know I speak for the entire team when I say how much we appreciate that effort. He's an exemplary teammate. We're very fortunate to have number 5 leading this team. And the numbers back up his great run. More than 3,500 yards passing, 25 touchdowns, passing, and nearly 900 yards rushing. In just one season, Daniels has made it clear that he's not just a prospect. He's already one of the most dynamic and efficient quarterbacks in the league. But his contribution goes beyond statistics. Jaden Daniels has brought a new mindset to a locker room full of veterans. His leadership, maturity, and work ethic are changing the way the Commanders see themselves, not just as a competitive team, but as a franchise with long-term ambitions. With Daniels at the helm, the Commanders are no longer just thinking about making the playoffs. Now they're focused on building a dynasty. And with this new spirit, Washington is preparing to compete at the highest level for years to come. The Deebo Samuel trade was just the first step in an ambitious plan by the Commanders to transform the team into a true Super Bowl contender. The Washington Commanders have taken an aggressive approach this offseason, with the clear goal of entering the 2025 season stronger, more complete, and more competitive than the previous year. The team's priority was clear: giving rookie quarterback Jaden Daniels the support he needs, both in terms of protection and targets, so he can develop and lead the team with confidence from the start. Coach Dan Quinn singled out General Manager Adam Peters and his staff for their resolute approach to the market. "First of all, Adam and his staff, man, they went after it," Quinn said during his appearance on The Rich Eisen Show. "When you lose in the playoffs, it feels like a sudden end that you're never fully prepared for. And then to see Adam and the team act so energetically in free agency, bringing back key players and getting guys like Deebo Samuel and Laramie Tunsil through trades, I thought they were extremely competitive." Despite having just 5 picks, in this year's draft, Washington opted to invest heavily before the event, making bold decisions that prioritize the present. As a result, the Commanders acquired 2 big names: All-Pro wide receiver Deebo Samuel and left tackle Laramie Tunsil, considered one of the best in the NFL at his position. They are reinforcements that should make an immediate impact and significantly elevate the team's offense. But for Dan Quinn, the offseason wasn't just about big names. The focus was also on something more intangible, but essential: building a true brotherhood within the roster. Adding these guys to the team. What does that look like? How are they connecting with their teammates? That's what the offseason is all about, Quinn said. We're taking the first steps toward building something special. It's a very, very competitive group, and that's exciting. As for what role Deebo Samuel will play in the new offensive scheme, Offensive coordinator Cliff Kingsbury expects him to play to his full potential, but not necessarily replicate what he did in San Francisco. Similar, but I wouldn't say the same, Quinn said when asked if Debo would be playing in the backfield often. That's what makes it fun. You get to learn about each player's unique traits, and boy, does he have a lot. Commanders under pressure to rescue Trey Hendrickson from Bengals nightmare. You don't have to look far into the Washington Commanders fan base to see concerns surrounding the edge rushing position in 2025. Adam Peters seems confident in his options, but they seem less than reliable in terms of legitimate options after a closer look at the depth chart. Washington's top edge threat, Dorrance Armstrong Jr., had just a 14% win rate last season, according to Pro Football Focus. The rest of the roster is a concern, and Dante Fowler Jr., with 10.5 sacks, is no longer a starter after signing with the Dallas Cowboys in free agency. Trey Hendrickson's contract misfortune could be the Commanders' gain. It's no wonder the Commanders are being heavily favored in a trade for All-Pro defensive end Trey Hendrickson. Adam Peters doesn't have a lot of players left after acquiring Marshawn Lattimore, Deebo Samuel Sr., and Laramie Tunsil. However, his win-now mentality has led Clutch Point's Douglas Fritz to conclude that this trade should be made in a heartbeat. We're getting ready to see if the Commanders believe they can win the Super Bowl in 2025. They need to shore up one area of their defense, and Trey Hendrickson would do that in a heartbeat. Considering Hendrickson has said he won't play on his current contract, the opportunity awaits the Commanders. Douglas Fritz Hendrickson's public tirade over the Cincinnati Bengals' handling of his contract situation reignited this week. The four-time Pro Bowler revealed that communication has been cut off and that both sides are at odds. He won't play next season without a new contract with the club. If owner Mike Brown doesn't want to pay him, trading him seems like a realistic option. What the Commanders can offer to entice the Bengals is anyone's guess. They don't have a second-round pick next year. Giving up the first-round pick is out of the question. Maybe a package of picks would be enough, but there's no way to know for sure. The Commanders have enough financial flexibility to re-sign Hendrickson. That would be obvious if Peters hadn't made so many other moves. The fact that he did has complicated things considerably. If the Commanders could somehow land Hendrickson, it would be a game-changer, no doubt about it. Having a player who can strike fear into opposing offensive lines could make a significant difference. It would make everyone around him better, and Washington's Super Bowl hopes would increase exponentially. While things are pretty dry in Washington right now, that might not stop Peters from trying. Whether it's enough to secure the NFL's sack leader is another story.